Hi guys, it's me, Bella, again, and today we are going to be doing VBS, which stands for Vacation Bible School. And today's story is the story of David and Goliath, which is in 1 Samuel, which is a book of the Bible. And the original story is really long, so I thought today I would give you a shorter version, but it has all the action and all the important stuff. So, also, I will be stopping periodically throughout the story to repeat what I just said in Spanish for those of you who need that. So, here we go. Here's the story of David and Goliath. The Philistines sat on top of one hill, and the Israelites sat on top of the next hill. They were ready to fight. Every day for 40 days, a giant named Goliath walked from the Philistine side down into the valley between the hills. Goliath was nearly 10 feet tall, wearing hundreds of pounds of armor. Every time he said the same thing: "Send one man to fight me, and whoever wins that battle wins this war." Goliath was terrifying. Aquí está la historia de David y Goliat. Los filisteos se sentaron encima de una colina y los israelitas se sentaron encima de la siguiente colina. Estaban listos para pelear. Todos los días, durante 40 días, un gigante llamado Goliat salió del lado de los filisteos hacia el valle entre las colinas. Goliat era casi 10 pies alto, con cientos de libras de armadura. Cada vez dijo lo mismo: "Envía a un hombre a pelear conmigo, y quien gane esa batalla gana esta guerra." Él asustó a todos. Days turned into weeks. No Israelite stepped forward to fight Goliath. David was a young boy at this time. His dad Jesse had 8 sons, and David was the youngest. While his brothers camped with their leader Saul, getting ready for the battle, David helped his father keep the farm going and looked after the sheep. David era un niño joven en este momento. Su padre Jesse tuvo 8 hijos y David era el más joven. Mientras sus hermanos acampaban con su líder Saúl, preparándose para la batalla, David ayudó a su padre mantener la granja y cuidó a sus ovejas. One day, David's dad sent him to take food to his brothers. When David arrived, he heard men saying that whoever killed Goliath would be given a lot of money. He would get to marry the king's daughter, and his family would never have to pay taxes again. David shared this rumor with the men standing next to him. When Saul heard this news, he also heard that David had said these words. Saul called for David. David offered to fight Goliath for the Israelites, but Saul didn't think David was old enough or strong enough to fight Goliath. David explained how he had once defeated a bear, and once he defeated a lion in order to save his family's sheep. He told Saul that God had rescued him from the bear and the lion. David believed God would save him from the fight with Goliath too. Un día, el padre de David lo envió a llevar comida a sus hermanos. Cuando David llegó, escuchó a hombres decir que quien mate a Goliat se le daría mucho dinero, se casaría con la hija del rey y su familia nunca tendría que pagar impuestos en el futuro. David compartió el rumor con los hombres que estaban a su lado. Cuando Saúl escuchó esta noticia, también escuchó que David había dicho estas palabras. Saúl llamó a David. David se ofreció a luchar contra Goliat por los israelitas, pero Saúl no creía que David fuera suficientemente mayor o fuerte para luchar contra Goliat. David explicó cómo había matado a un oso y también un león para salvar las ovejas de su familia. Le dijo a Saúl que Dios lo había rescatado del oso y el león. David creía que Dios lo salvaría también en la pelea contra Goliat. Saul agreed that God would be on David's side and offered his own armor for David to wear. The armor and weapons were so new and different that David didn't feel comfortable in them. He thought he'd fight better in his own clothes with his own weapon, so he chose a sling with stones. Goliath said really mean things to David and threatened him, but David was not afraid. David said to Goliath, "God will help me win." As David and Goliath ran toward each other to fight, David used his sling to fling one stone at Goliath. The stone struck Goliath in the head, and he fell to the ground dead. The Philistine army ran away as fast as they could, and the battle was over. Saúl acordó que Dios estaría del lado de David y ofreció su armadura propia para que David pudiera usarla. La armadura y las armas eran tan nuevo y diferente que David no se sentía cómodo. Él pensó que pelearía mejor en su propia ropa con su propia arma, una honda con piedras. Goliat dijo cosas malas a David y lo amenazó, pero David no tenía miedo. David le dijo a Goliat, Dios me ayudará a ganar. Cuando David y Goliat corrieron el uno hacia el otro para pelear, David usó su honda para lanzar una piedra a Goliat. La piedra golpeó a Goliat en la cabeza y cayó al suelo muerto. El ejército filisteo corrió lejos tan rápido como pudieran y la batalla terminó. So now that we've finished reading the story, it's really important to just think, why is this story important and what can I learn from it? Ya que acabamos de leer la historia, es muy importante pensar, ¿qué es lo importante de esta historia? First of all, even though David was way weaker than Goliath, God helped David to defeat Goliath. Aunque David era más débil que Goliat, Dios ayudó a David salir victorioso. And guess what? Even though this happened a really long time ago, this story is still super important. And that's because it reminds us that whenever we need help or whenever we feel weak, all we have to do is ask God to help us. And if we ask Him to help us, He definitely will because He loves us so much. Adivina qué, aunque esto sucedió hace mucho tiempo, sigue siendo una historia súper importante porque nos recuerda que cuando necesitamos ayuda y nos sentimos débiles, todo lo que tenemos que hacer es pedirle a Dios que nos ayude. Y definitivamente nos va a ayudar porque Él nos ama muchísimo. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope y'all learned something and I will see y'all on Friday. Thank you. Bye.